Moi everyone and welcome to Finish Your Plate. Did you know that Finland has its own type of pretzel? Many Finns don't even know about it. They're called rinkeli, specifically Viipurinrinkeli, and they are not really savory, they're more sweet. They're spiced with cardamom and mace, and they originate from Viipuri region in Finland, which of course is no longer part of Finland. But nowadays you can find them in eastern parts of Finland, specifically Lappeenranta, where the tradition still lives on to this day. And these resemble a lot of savory pretzels, and indeed they have the same shape. And the origin is probably the same, but the taste is very different. So join me and I'll show you how to make these Finnish Viipurinrinkeli. So let's take a look at the ingredients first. I have here 500 milliliters of milk. I have 150 grams of butter. It's kind of room temperature. I have 3 eggs here, 150 milliliters of sugar, instant yeast, and then flour. I'm going to use maybe about 6-7 cups of flour. It varies a little from batch to batch, so we'll add the flour a little bit at a time, just to make sure we don't put too much flour in the dough. And then of course the spices. I have here some ground mace. In Finnish, mace is muskottikukka, whereas nutmeg is muskotti. Of course, mace is not really the flower of the nutmeg plant, but rather the lacy outside of the nutmeg itself. And then I have here some cardamom. I have both ground and whole seeds. You could use ground cardamom if you have good quality cardamom, of course. But Finns really love the cracked cardamom when there's like this burst of cardamom flavor and there's large pieces of cardamom in the dough. But some people might not like it like that. So that's a personal choice of yours, of course. I'm just going to take a little bit of my whole cardamom seeds. I'm just going to crack them quickly on my spice blender here. And cardamom is one of those spices that unfortunately goes stale pretty quickly, so make sure that cardamom that you get is relatively fresh. Cardamom just has such a great scent, especially when it's fresh. It has a little bit of that citrusy aroma. It gets into the back of your throat, kind of like menthol or mint or eucalyptus does. It's just a great addition in a lot of Finnish baked goods. So let's take the cardamom out of here. And I'm also going to supplement this with a little bit of just plain ground cardamom. I got my cardamom from Penzi Spices, and they really pack these jars so tight, which is great, of course. But you gotta be careful not to spill it. That's a lot of cardamom, about a tablespoon's worth. And now let's add some mace. Mace has a very similar scent to and flavor to nutmeg, but I would say it's a little bit more floral in scent. It also has a little bit of that citrusy, almost lemony kind of scent to it. So let's add a good teaspoon of mace. My milk is now lukewarm, so I'm gonna take a tablespoon of my yeast, just put it in a cup, a little bit of the sugar, and I'm just going to pour a little milk in here just to bloom the yeast. I'm going to take my bowl over here. I'm going to pour in my sugar, my spices, and also just a pinch of salt. And I'm gonna crack my eggs in here, 3 eggs. And I'm gonna whisk these for just a couple minutes. Now the eggs have gotten a lot lighter, my yeast is bloomed. So I'm just going to pour the yeast and the milk into the bowl. And now we're going to start adding the flour. Like I said, we're going to put in maybe about 6 or 7 cups. A little bit at a time. Here goes 2 cups. And we're going to start whisking it. Now once this flour is all incorporated, I'm going to add my butter, and then I'm going to start adding the rest of my flour a little bit at a time. Now I got to be sure so that I don't overflour my dough. Okay, all my butter is in. I don't see any pieces of butter, so I'm going to change over from my whisk attachment to the dough hook and add a little bit of this flour. And we're going to keep kneading it until the dough doesn't stick to the sides of the bowl anymore. So right now the dough is still pretty shaggy, and it definitely needs a little bit more flour, a little bit of kneading time. Now the dough is starting to come off the sides of the bowl, but I think I will add just a little bit more flour. But we are almost there as far as flour goes. Especially since I'm using bread flour, so you don't quite need as much bread flour as all-purpose flour, so that makes a difference too. And once my dough is done kneading, I'm going to cover it and let it proof until it doubles in size. You could of course proof it in the fridge overnight too. Alright, so the dough has now proofed. Let's take it out of the bowl. Let's give it a couple good kneads just to redistribute it. There we go. Let's shape our pretzels. So let's take a piece of dough, and what you're supposed to do is stretch it. Stretch it first. Just gonna keep stretching it a few times, and then we roll this into a log, and we're gonna twist it into a pretzel. And now we will twist this into a pretzel. Right, this goes over here. And this goes over here. Okay, we'll do it again. So again, we're gonna stretch the dough like this. And then we roll it into a log. And shape our pretzel. My pretzels are maybe a little bit on the small side, so I'll make a couple bigger ones too. I feel like the ones that I've seen in Finland have been a lot larger. So I'll make one maybe about double the size. And then we'll stretch the dough and roll it into a log, same way. All right, so now I'm gonna let these pretzels proof again for maybe about 30 minutes, covered, and then I'm gonna boil them in hot water for a little bit before I actually bake them. Oh, and we're gonna brush them with some butter too. All right, we'll be back. Alright, so now I have some boiling water here, so I'm just gonna dunk these in the boiling water for about 2 minutes or so. Let's see. Remember, it's boiling water, so don't put your hand in there. Yeah, maybe a minute is enough. So here we go. That's 1 minute here. And when it's out, I'm just gonna brush it with some butter. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna keep going with the rest of them. So now that they've all been boiled, so I'm gonna brush them again, second time, with some butter. They're gonna go in a 400 Fahrenheit, about 200 degrees Celsius oven for about 10 minutes, maybe 15. Let's see how they come out, just so that they are beautiful color. All right, so let's try one. Let's try the runt of the litter, if you will. A lot of people actually prefer to have these 2 days old. So you could definitely store them in a plastic bag and then just eat them a day or 2 days after baking with some coffee maybe. Let's try this. That is very interesting difference between the savory pretzels that I'm more used to. And at the same time, these do remind me a little bit of pulla, except it's not nearly as sweet. So I could definitely see how this goes well with some coffee. If anything, I would have maybe upped the mace a little bit, maybe even double it. It kind of gets left behind with the cardamom. The cardamom flavor is great in here though. Also, these don't seem to have that really deep brown color that a lot of pretzels have. That's because I did not do the lye bath when I boiled them. Maybe I'll try someday making the lye bath. I'm just a little bit wary of actually using lye in cooking for obvious reasons. Either way, these taste really great, and these are great to have with your coffee, with your tea, afternoon snack. So go ahead and try them. Finnish Viipurinrinkeli. And I'll see you next time on Finish Your Plate.